Let's talk about the death of the DCEU, which, funny enough, never saw coming. I'll be honest with you.
No way.
Never saw coming. Never.
Can't believe it.
So this is a long story, which is why we broke this down into four topics that we're going to talk about, and each one's kind of a different take on this. In this one, we're just going to talk about the bigger DCEU as a whole, what was, and essentially what happened. What ended up happening was like a week ago at this point. It was the Hollywood Reporter that was first like, hey guys, check out this massive breakdown that we're going to update throughout the day. And at first it was like, DCEU is dead, Wonder Woman 3 canceled. And it was like, wait, what? And then it just continued to develop where they're like, James Gunn and Peter Safran essentially got in there, looked at everything, and just hit like the stamp of rejection on every single thing that was in development. It's like, okay. What was your initial reaction to all this news?
Well, regarding like the whole Wonder Woman 3 fiasco,
Yeah, honestly, just yeah. Let's start with that. Yeah,
I'm like, look, man, I'm not gonna lie. I honestly thought Wonder Woman 3 was already dead
yeah.
because it's been so long since like the announcement of 3. So I was like, oh, I guess it's gone forever until Gal Gadot was like, oh yes, the next chapter is coming, blah 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 on Twitter. And literally, like the next couple of hours, you find out it's canceled. I was like, wow. I was like, Gal Gadot reminded everybody Wonder Woman 3 was a thing.
So the, the funniest thing that happened to me was somebody sent me an old thing I posted where literally 15 minutes before Iron Fist was canceled, I put up a video saying why Iron Fist season 3 will be the best season so far. And somebody put the thing, be like, this might be worse time than this video, Armin. I was like, you know what? You got me there. Yeah, this was terrible. It's like, I kind of like you. I thought Wonder Woman 3 was honestly dead when Patty Jenkins has been working on it for 2 years and even quit Star Wars to work on it because Star Wars didn't like what she was doing. And she's like, fine, I'm going to go do Wonder Woman. And then we hear everybody was like, Patty, this script is terrible. It's essentially Wonder Woman 84 times 2. And she was like, take it or leave it. And they're like, well, I guess we leave it because you get out. So
How much you want to bet the first sentence is Steve Trevor is back? How?
100%. 100%.
Pull the Palpatine. Palpatine is back, but he's like, why? How? It shook the universe.
Well, see,
Probably would have been the exact same thing.
that's the thing. Because that would have been a Fortnite event, right? Be like, get the exclusive Steve Trevor skin, and that's the plot point, just like Star Wars. It's like, we don't need to explain this. It's too stupid. Like,
Leave
oh,
Chris Pine alone, Warner Brothers. It's time to leave him alone.
dragging out his dead carcass again. It's 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 been honestly kind of insane, like with that news. But then on top of it, like, what else was there? Black Adam too. That seems to be honestly dead in the water at this
That is
point.
not like on that is not happening. People kept telling me. I was like, they was like, oh, they would announce a sequel way later. I was like, look, when it comes to like comic book movies, usually a sequel is usually around the corner or
Yeah.
will be mentioned. But you know, it's not like James Gunn talks about Black Adam. He be liking and retweeting Shazam too, so we know which one is getting a threequel.
Yeah, yeah. And even recently, you had Zachary Levi at comic conventions and stuff being like, "Oh, I love James Gunn. We were friends before we were even directors and
Oh, that's
actors.
it.
We're great." It's like,
That's the nail in
yeah,
the coffin.
yeah. It's and the other thing I want to mention with this, which I thought was, I don't think it was kind of like an intention of this whole article, but that's kind of how it came out, and that's like, look, when it comes to the future of everything and what we're doing, Ben Affleck's Batman, that whole thing, that seems to be pretty much dead. Because even like last week, Ben Affleck was like, "Hey, me and Matt Damon are starting a new production company. We're not acting anymore to anything. We're just gonna do stuff for ourselves." It was like, oh, he threw that out there, like, yeah.
And then you got, the whole news regarding Aquaman franchise going down, deep underwater because, Jason Momoa is going to be Lobo officially. The
Okay,
whole Justice League lineup is like gone.